What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. TFE TV, Captain Chad at your service. It's still just a sweltering, absolutely miserable, ungodly heat out here in California right now. Counting the days till it starts to cool down a little bit. Happy to report that I do have my microphone back, so I'm going to be able to produce a little bit of content for you guys right now. Again, just what I'm doing at the time. I got a little like 6-month-old boxer puppy with me right now, and we're going on our first field trip today. And you know, I don't really like getting in the habit of having to like pick dogs up and put them into the vehicle. I like to teach them to jump in the vehicle on their own. But most dogs, especially inexperienced dogs, maybe dogs that lack confidence or whatever the case may be, tend to want to just not do it themselves. So here we have my van, and we have a little platform here, and we're going to teach this little puppy to jump up in this thing all by herself. If you haven't yet, leave a thumbs up on the video, subscribe to the channel. It really helps me out a lot. I'm going to start producing, I say this over and over again, but one of these days, I'm going to actually make this a real YouTube channel where you could count on me to show up every day and produce some kind of content, because I'm doing this shit anyway. It's just that maybe there's a little lazy streak in me where I don't feel like going through what you got to go through to produce the content. So today I am going through it. I'm going to go find my tripod. It's in there somewhere. So if you appreciate that, thumbs up the video, subscribe to the channel, and enjoy the show. Let's get into it. Pow. Guys, today's video is sponsored by Mika and Sammy's. Today we're using the Philly chicken and cheese treats. We're going to pop the top on this real quick. Here's Miss Betty. Little Miss Betty. Oh, Black Betty, bland of lambs, oh, Black Betty. Wow. Well, that was good. We're going to give you a reward. Hey, look it. There's a reward for doing that. Why the platform? Well, the platform is just like, yeah, you know, building blocks, you know, like she probably, you know what, let's remove this. Let's remove this and kind of see what she would do without it. I think she kind of just rocked up to this thing and was like, dude, what? I got that. Which is the entire point. Something lower. This might be a little intimidating, this height here. But the point is, bam, bam, that was easy. Remove the thing, see if we can do it. If she can't do it yet, bring the platform back. We're going to get her rocking and rolling on this a few more times. Come on, baby. Now she's been put in a position to make a choice, and we're going to give her the opportunity to be brave there. And that's all that really needs to be done. If she can just perform this, I like to free shape it a little bit. Give her the opportunity to be brave and see if she'll do it on her own. And then, you know, if it doesn't work out that way, we can kind of take steps. Come on up. Wow. More than capable of doing it. Now, this is working out a little better than I had projected. But, you know, for the people at home that have dogs that, you know, rely on you to lift them into the vehicle, the reason they rely on you is because you haven't taught them to do it on their own. And I think this could be a sweet hack for you. Doesn't have to be this really dope little custom-made platform that I made, but just a bench of some sort, something closer to the ground so that they can, you know, you could see her just starting to offer it. And just, you know, come on up, baby. That's good. And a reward for every single time she performs it. So not only are you building her confidence and teaching her to do something that's going to be, I would say, relatively convenient for you, because I don't know, I think a lot of people actually get some sort of satisfaction out of doing it for the dog because they're performing like a kind act. Now, if you have an older dog and their legs are going, obviously that's a completely different story. But if you got a young dog that's fully capable of doing this by themselves, I don't see why we're not just teaching them to do it on their own, because it's going to be more convenient for you. You could eventually get it to the point where it's just on command. I use the auto command. So like, for example, I'll go get Rosie right now and I'll kind of show you what the auto command looks like. Don't touch that dial. Little Miss Betty's probably going to just be right there. She might come out and be a little curious for a second. Okay, Rosie, auto. Rosie, auto. Good girl. Now, obviously, Rosie's getting a little bit older, so a little bit of help doesn't hurt anybody for her. Hey, pig. There you go. Good. Good stuff. So at this stage, though, we're not really expecting her to have it on command. But if we want to start attaching the sound to the behavior. It's pretty simple. We'll bring her off. We'll say, Otto! And then we'll pay her for going in right after she hears the sound. So dogs learn through patterns and associations and repetitions, and there really is no substitution for the amount of reps that need to happen in order for a dog to really start to put the pieces of the puzzle together once you start incorporating that sound. You could use whatever sound you want. I've just chosen the sound Otto because it's short, sweet, quick to the point, and we've attached it to the behavior of going from the office into the vehicle with one simple sound. But of course, we didn't get there without doing it a lot. And I think in terms of any behavior or anything you're trying to teach your dog, expect to have to do it a lot. Because there's one thing that dog trainers can't bicker and fight over, and it's that this is just the way the dogs learn, through patterns, through repetitions, and through associations. Pretty simple stuff. I don't know that I need to really talk more about what's going on today, apart from how good these treats are. Mika and Sammy's, you could use Team Floppy ears at checkout. Hey girl, come on girl. Yes. Otto. That's real good. Okay, come on pig. Yeah, it's good. Let's go. Like and subscribe. Thank you for watching. Toodle Pip. We'll see you in the next one. Let me know if you want to see any specific kind of content. Today we're going to go to the store and we're going to grab a new collar for her and do a little bit of public access work with little Miss 6-month-old. And now she's following Rosie around, learning how to hunt a little bit, because that's what Rosie does. Otto! Magnificent. Always opportunity for training, folks. Just got to have a mindset, an understanding of a little bit of the nuance of things, and then get your butt to work. There really isn't anything more complicated than that, as far as I'm concerned. Appreciate you watching. Captain, Betty, Rosie. Good girl. That's good. That's good, bud. Young puppies like this, I really like to give them the opportunity to tap into their seeking system and give them the opportunity to be curious and to be explorative and really not so much be so like strict in terms of, you know, what the requirements are, I guess, eventually going to be. At this stage, I think the most important thing is the experience in itself, and perhaps just a little bit of nuance here and there. What in the world is that? What the hell is this? I thought we were at a pet feed store. I think you guys have some explaining to do. Kids come in here. Good grief. I'm gonna put this back here. Anyway, obviously eventually we're gonna get to a point where, you know, a little bit of pressure will be applied and things like this, but at this stage, it's just like a good positive experience with the least amount of conflict possible. You know, young and inexperienced pups like this are going to be experiencing a relatively high level of conflict and curiosity and like, whoa, where am I? And so I just, a lot of the time, you know, we'll just flat collar, frickin' little leash here, and we'll just cruise. Come on, baby. And, you know, she'll show her curiosity, and if she shows me attention, I could just chuck a little piece of food on the ground for her right there just for following me. And then we're just cruising like this, cruising like this. She'll be curious. I'll let her do it. I'll turn the other way. Come on this way. Good. And it's just like slowly forging this habit of like, hey, dude, we cruise together, brother, sister. We cruise together. And then, you know, just nice positive association to rolling with you, really taking advantage of this dog's natural willingness to stay home to me. I mean, look, I'll just, hey, this way. Drop the leash and we'll just cruise and kind of show you that, you know, with this strategy where we just cruise, I'll pay her, let her be curious, we'll cruise, I'll redirect her, I'll pay her. She shows me attention, I'll give her another piece of food. You know, just stuff like this, dude. We're cruising together and we're sort of having this like, I mean, I guess you could say it's like a bonding experience because you're not just aimlessly being here together. You have a, come here, good girl. You have like this little bit of like strategy that goes into it. Every time she goes off way over there, I might give her a second to be curious, but then I'll step back the opposite way and then I'll get her back and then I'll pay her for coming back to me. Because at the end of the day, like the end goal is I'd prefer to be able to get my dog's attention and keep my dog's attention even in the midst of high levels of, come here, mamas. Step on the leash and give her a little reminder. Good girl, come on, yes! Of competing motivators, distractions, and stimulants, and you know, all the things that tend to take precedence over you as the handler of the dog. And these types of things will slowly but surely dissipate over a long duration of time in the event that you're providing a lot of opportunity for the dog to be around those things. And so for me, to achieve this status of well-socialized dog, you know, the main point of emphasis is how much opportunity are you giving the dog to become socialized and to become desensitized to the world's noises and movements and exciting things. Because dogs that tend to lack the experience of those things are the dogs that end up being more difficult for people to handle. And why wouldn't it be that way? Inexperience is like, it's one of those things that's going to produce a dog that's like, whoa, where am I? What is that? What's that? It's like they never have seen the thing before. You know what I'm saying? So the more experience you give them, so she's being curious right now, I'll just, hey, this way. And then I'll give her a piece of food for coming back this way. I give her the chance to be curious, realize that I do want to show her that I'm the better choice, take a step back the opposite direction, and once she steps towards me, I will pay her for that. It's a very simple process. Apart from that, it's super boring. We come here, we walk around, we do the same thing over and over again. The allowance of curiosity, the redirection, the payments, the positive experience, and the exposure and the opportunity to become the dog that has the ability to digest an environment of which contains a lot of high-level stimulant with the most grace possible. It's like, we done been here and done that, mate. No big deal. Don't feel the necessity to be drawn towards these stimulants because I know that at the end of the day, it's me and you, Captain Chad. And in this particular instance, in the future, it's going to be her and her owners. But this is the process, and I just wanted to film this so that you guys have something to fall back on. And if you, as the viewer here on YouTube, appreciate this this content, leave me a thumbs up on the video, subscribe to the channel, and stay tuned for the next one. We'll see you guys. Oh, excuse me. Come on, Mama. This way. Good girl. That's good. So you see her like rubbernecking at the employee. I'm not going to be like, dirt, 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 dirt. I'm going to give her the opportunity to be curious about that thing and maybe use the lightest bit of leash pressure to guide her in the opposite direction. But again, I'm not applying conflict to an already conflicted little puppy. Of course she's going to feel a little bit of conflict with some new dude walking around in a cart. Let her be brave for a second, redirect her, pay her. It's as simple as that, in my opinion. Love you guys. Peace.